Perfect.
Welcome back to Life of Birch. This is Birch, and today we're going to go over all the gear that I wear when I ride. It is by far one of the most requested comments that I get is people asking what I wear when I ride, so I figured I would go over that today. Be sure to check the description of the video as well if you want to check these out in more detail, because I'm going to leave a link to each of them in the description. And remember that any of the links that are Amazon links are actually affiliate links that benefit the channel. So if you end up buying through those, I get like a couple bucks for every $100 that gets spent or whatever. It's not anything huge, but if you do decide to use those links, it helps out the channel and really does mean a lot to me. And other than that, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so this is everything that I wear when I ride. Keep in mind, I bought all of this about 5 years ago when I got my VFR 750, so it's not exactly, you know, cruiser style, but fortunately for me, I didn't get a full-blown, you know, street bike looking setup that fortunately ends up working for both of my bikes pretty well. So let's go ahead and start down at the right side of the bike and start with the helmet. This is the Bell Qualifier DLX, so it's kind of their entry-level helmet, but the DLX model is the one that comes with the photochromatic shield. So this is the one that, even though it's tinted right now, it actually transitions from clear to dark depending on how sunny it is. So that's pretty cool, and honestly, it's not a feature that I was looking for in a helmet, but now that I have it, I probably would not want to get a helmet that does not have that feature. So that's really nice, because if you're riding during the day, it's nice and tinted, but then if you're riding into the night, you don't have to stop and swap out lenses. It just automatically switches to clear. It has two vents up top right here, a vent right here, and then a chin vent here, although I don't normally use the chin vent just to try and make sure that less wind gets to my microphone for audio quality, but the vents seem to do a pretty good job. The only downside that I will say is the helmet seems to be a little bit loud. I don't know if that's, you know, the venting or what it is, just something to point out. And then it also comes with this little thing right here for adding Bluetooth communications and all that kind of good stuff, and then these mesh vents on the back, which is where these vents kind of run out to. And then of course you'll also see that I added the two GoPro mounts up here, and then the little Velcro thing that holds on my microphone adapter. Obviously those are not going to come on the helmet when you get it though, and it'll be a little bit sped up just for time's sake, but I'm going to go ahead and roll a clip of the lens going from clear to dark right here just so you can see what I'm talking about. Pretty sick, huh? Moving on to the gloves, we have our Icon Super Duty 2 gloves. These gloves don't have any of like the, you know, hard knuckles or anything like that, but it is super padded. You can see that it has like the extra padding in each of the knuckles, which is nice. And then obviously this is super thick padding. It's all leather. Has leather on the soles as well, and they're holding up pretty well for 5 years of use. You can see they're starting to crack right there, but I mean, what do you expect after 5 years? And then the only thing I do have to say though is that this glove, ever since I got it, the stitching has been pulling out right here. They still work, but that's kind of been progressively getting worse ever since I got them. And because I've had them so long, you can see the Velcro is kind of starting to fray and not hold as well. But like I said, you know, 5 years of use, not bad for some like $60 gloves or however much they were. And moving on to the jacket, we have the Joe Rocket Phoenix Ion jacket. I got this because it was one of the best reviewed all-around jackets that you can get. As you can see, the outside is mesh, so it's super breathable but still durable. The outer layer is perfect for summer riding, because honestly, when I'm wearing this, when you're at a stop, it obviously sucks because it's all black, but when you're moving, seriously, this has so much airflow that it's almost cooler than just wearing a t-shirt, because you get the airflow but you don't have the sun directly on your skin. So that's pretty awesome. And when I say all-in-one jacket, what I mean is that it has 3 different layers. So this layer right here is your thermal vest layer. That keeps you nice and insulated when it's cooler out, and then it zips all the way out. You take that out, and then you have this waterproof layer, which goes all the way down the sleeves. This first layer is just a vest, but the waterproof layer goes all the way down the sleeves as well. So that's great because it's waterproof. I've never had to use the waterproof feature because I obviously try not to ride when it's raining, but it works really well when it's cold out or even just like a little nippy because it acts as kind of a windbreaker. So if you wear just the waterproof layer with the mesh layer, it's nice because it's still a little bit cool, but it blocks out all of the wind so you don't get kind of the wind chill factor when you're like, oh, I'm going to ride today because it's 50 degrees, and then you realize that with a wind chill it's actually like 43. That kind of helps cut through some of the wind chill. And then some other features of the jacket, it has this media pocket right here for your phone. It's lined with like the soft material so it's not going to scratch anything, and then it has the port right here if you have wired headphones for it to come out of there. Obviously it has shoulder protection, forearm protection, back protection, and all of those can unzip and come out if you want to put higher quality armor in there. Then for the arms, you have adjustability here as well as adjustability here. That just snaps into place, and you have 3 different levels of how tight you can make the sleeves. And then of course it adjusts at the sides here where you can make it looser or tighter. And then it has the loops here if you want to loop that around your pants or your belt or whatever so that it stays in place in case of a slide. And then for shoes, I don't have any actual, real riding shoes, so I just use these Clark's Desert boots right here. They're really nice because even though they don't have any of the reinforcements that are going to protect my ankle from an impact or whatever, they are really thick, high-quality leather. So obviously, as far as a slide goes, they're going to last a lot longer before wearing through than if I were wearing my ratty old Vans. Plus, they're just super comfortable. It has the soft insole that's nice and grippy for the foot pegs. I would like to get some upgraded footwear in the future, but obviously these will do just fine for now. And really, that's about it. I just wear jeans when I ride. I'd like to get actual riding jeans, like the Kevlar lined ones or whatever, but I don't have those. So for now, I just wear jeans because they at least offer slightly more protection than like the chinos that I normally wear. And of course, I'm not saying that this gear is what's going to protect you the best. You can ride at your own risk and kind of wear whatever you want to wear. Obviously, the more gear you wear, the more protected you are. But I would be lying if I said that sometimes when I just take a trip to the store right down the road, I don't just wear a t-shirt. So, as with everything, just ride at your own risk and kind of make your own decisions on what kind of gear you're going to wear. And then as for price, this is all pretty reasonably priced as well. The helmet, I think, was like $280. Gloves were like $60 or $65. I want to say the jacket is right around $200, and then the shoes were, I think, like $100 or $125. But like I said, I just wear those because I already had them. Obviously, for that same price, you can get legit riding shoes. So, all said and done, all of this gear ran me, I don't know, I can't do the math in my head, but like $650 or something like that, which for all the added protection that you get, it's well worth it. So yeah, I'm super pleased with the setup. I've been using this same exact gear for the past 5 years without any issues, and it's been the only set of gear that I've needed. Like I said, I would like to add some actual riding jeans in the future, like the Kevlar lined ones or whatever. So if you have any suggestions for that, make sure to leave that in the comments so I can check those out. And then aside from that, be sure to check out the description. Like I said, there's going to be links to all of this in the description, and any of the Amazon links on there are going to help out the channel if you decide to buy through those. And then also all of these come in different colors if the all black thing isn't your look. I think the helmet comes in a bunch of different designs. The gloves come, I think, either black, white, red, or tan. The jacket has a bunch of different colors, some of them being the high-vis colors, like the high-vis yellow, although all of them do have like the reflective stitching in it. And then the desert boots, I'll leave a link for those if you want, even though it's not legit riding gear, but those come in tons of different colors. I have a few different colors myself. Hopefully that was helpful to those of you who had questions about what gear I ride in, and if you have any other questions about it, just leave those in the comments. Of course, if you have any suggestions for other videos that you'd like to see, leave those in the comments as well, since this was done based off of suggestions from you guys. And if you're new here, make sure to smash the subscribe button. If you liked what you saw, smash the like button, and other than that, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace!